My name is Louise Ann Wilson. I am a scenographer and researcher and author of the book Sites of Transformation, Applied and Socially Engaged Scenography in Rural Landscapes. I've come to this woodland here underneath Clougher Pike to tell you about it. Sites of Transformation examines the expanding field of socially engaged scenography and promotes the development of scenography as a distinctive type of applied art and performance practice that seeks tangible, therapeutic, and transformative real-world outcomes, or what Christopher Baugh terms scenography with purpose. The book reveals an emergent field of practice that is not only rich in significance and possibilities, but is also diverse in its application. It seeks to contribute to the field of expanded scenography and is designed to open up discussions and encourage new ways of thinking about scenography as an instrument for individual, social, and cultural change. The book demonstrates that the possibilities and applications of socially engaged and applied scenography are multiple and can respond to a range of life events and situations within many social, health, and well-being contexts, and give voice to marginalised individuals, groups, and communities. It also provides a valuable and unique resource of practical tools and theoretical insights that others can draw on in their own practice, research, learning, and teaching. Written from a practitioner's perspective and using case studies drawn from the body of site-specific walking performances I've created in the UK over the last decade, the book demonstrates my use of scenography to emplace challenging, marginalising, or missing life events into rural landscapes, creating a site of transformation in which participants can reflect upon, re-image, and reimagine their relationship to their circumstances. These performance works have addressed terminal illness and bereavement, infertility and childlessness by circumstance, immobility due to illness or ageing, and the impact of change, both personal and topographical. They've been created in sites ranging from mountain summits and subterranean caves to crumbling coastlines and remote lakes. These sites have become multisensory and visually sounding environments where the scenography is composed of the landscape, its people, and other than human forces, rock and water, lichen and sheep, birds and weather. These are combined with site-rooted creative interventions designed to produce powerful meaning and metaphorical resonances. Moving from conception to design, collaboration and delivery, the book takes the reader deep into my creative process. I show how through the application of 3 distinct strands of site-specific, subject-specific and people-specific research, each walking performance is developed in close collaboration with and often performed by people who have deep knowledge of the chosen landscape and the underlying subject matter, including those experiencing it. I explain and outline the 7 scenographic principles I have developed and which apply theories and aesthetics relating to landscape practices from early Romanticism to present day, including the picturesque, the frame and the viewing station, and the trope of the solitary figure. Most crucially, however, these principles are underpinned by the concept of the feminine material sublime and informed by the materially specific, embodied, multisensory, therapeutic, and highly scenographic use of walking and landscape found in the work of Dorothy Wordsworth and her female contemporaries. Each chapter case studies one of my own performance works and unpacks specific themes and scenographic concerns. These case studies are supported by evidential material demonstrating the significant effects and outcomes of the performance being discussed. I also consider how other artists use performance, dance, photography, and visual art to also explore life events. Case studies include Fisher, a 3-day-long walking performance that took the form of a pilgrimage and was created in the Yorkshire Dales in response to the death of my sister, aged 29, of a brain tumour. It was this work that marked the major shift in my practice towards applied scenography, and I use it to show my use of scenographic processes to emplace illness, death and grief into the landscape. I then case study Ghostbird, a silent walking performance where the persecuted hen harrier became a means of reflecting on the historic persecution of the so-called Pendle witches. I use this work to look at how image-based and non-verbal scenography is particularly suited to life event subject matters that are difficult to put into words. With The Gathering, a large-scale walking performance created on Mount Snowdon in Wales, where the reproductive cycles of the ewes and humans were interwoven, I consider my use of metaphor and of materials of the site: wool, slate and sheep. In this work, the flock, the shepherds and their dogs, local school children, a brass band, professional actors and the mountain all performed. I then look at Warn Scale, an intimate walking work created through a series of mapping walks with women experiencing childlessness by circumstance. This work is mediated through a walking guide and artist's book and performed by each solo participant in collaboration with the landscape and environmental forces. I look at how these forces in the landscape are harnessed to speak to and transform each participant's very individual experiences. Then case study Mullion's Hide, a coastal walking performance performed by residents of a fishing village in Cornwall threatened by rising tides. Here I look at how people of the place and their stories and concerns can be placed centre stage. And finally, with Dorothy's Room and Women's Walks to Remember, two surrogate walking works that revisit long-forward places, I consider how scenographic techniques such as film and sound recording, mapping and storyboarding can foster powerful and transformative acts of reimagining and re-imaging. Thank you for listening, and I hope very much that you enjoy Sites of Transformation.